Swayam Prabha. Digital India. Educated India.
Welcome students. Today I will discuss with you one of the important concept of economics, that is theory of demand. And after completion of this theory, this concept, you will able to learn the concept of demand, determinants of demand, law of demand, demand schedule, shift in demand curve, and increase and decrease in demand curve. Demand is used in economics in a special sense. In ordinary language, we may use the term desire, want, demand to convey the same meanings, but in economics, all the three terms have separate meanings. Desire will become demand when you have ability to buy and willingness to buy. Means consumer must have money to buy the product. Only then we can convert our desire into demand. So demand doesn't mean simple desire. The term demand refers to desire backed by necessarily ability to pay. Means you must have money to pay the commodities. The demand is a function of its own price. Meaning why? If the price of the commodity will increase, the demand for that product start decreasing. If the price of the product will decrease, the demand may be high. If the other thing being remain constant. Second, the price of the related commodity. Related commodity which we can substitute one in place of another. For example, we can use tea and coffee. Tea in place of coffee. Pepsi in place of Coca-Cola. Here, the price of these related commodities, for example, the price of coffee will decrease. Maybe the demand for tea start decreasing. Income of the consumer has positive relationship with demand. Means higher the income, higher will be the demand for a commodity. And if the income start decreasing, the demand for commodity start decreasing if other things remain constant. Taste and preferences again the important parameters. These will also affect the demand for a particular commodity. The demand is defined by the ability as the ability and willingness to buy specific quantities of goods in a given period of time at a particular price, by assuming other things remain constant. Meaning why? The price of the commodity related commodity remain constant. There's no change in taste and preference of the consumer. There's no change in income of the consumer, and there's no change in maybe the other things which are related with that commodities. Demand is equal to willingness to pay and ability to pay. You must have ability to purchase the commodity. You must have money to buy the commodity. Only then we can convert the desire into demand. Desire is just wishful thinking. Next, constituents of demand. There are 5 constituents of demand or component of demand. 1. Desire for a commodity. In demand, you must have the desire for a commodity. 2. To fulfill that desire, you must have money to satisfy that desire. And if you have the ability to pay, means you have money, but you must have willingness to spend the money. And relationship of price and the commodity demanded, and relationship of time of the quantity and quantity demanded. These are some important constituent components of demand. Demand will applicable, basically law of demand will applicable in case of normal goods. Maybe exceptional goods, it will be not applicable. So let us discuss the goods and services. We'll discuss on 4 types of goods and services. For example, free goods that have no production cost, which are available free of cost to us. These are gift of nature. We are not paying anything for these commodities. For example, sun, we are using free of cost. Air, we are not paying anything. And maybe water in the river. All these are known as the free goods. Second, public goods that have a common use, collective consumption, and are of benefit to everyone. You cannot exclude any person from the consumption of these goods. For example, public park, law, police services, etc., etc. But in private goods, you have to pay separately. Here, whether you have paid for that or not, you can collectively consume. Nobody will exclude you from the consumption of those commodities. For example, road, street lights. Nobody can say no, that because of I have paid tax for these things, so I will use. This is the park because of I am paying the tax, so you cannot enter here because of you are not paying. No. In case of public goods, nobody can exclude you from the consumption of these public goods. Economic goods and services. Goods that have production cost and things of value can be touched, can be seen, is called as economic goods, which have production cost. But the commodity which are intangible but have the economic cost, we can say economic services. Now, next important concept here, the law of demand. And law of demand is very simple. Higher the price, lower the demand, and lower the price, higher will be the demand, if other thing being remain constant. Here we have to assume that the income of the consumer remain constant, the price of related commodity remain constant, there is no change in taste and preference of the consumer. Only then this law will applicable. The law of demand states that higher the price of a commodity, the lower quantity demanded of that product, and the lower the price of the commodity, higher the quantity demanded. Ceteris paribus, means if other thing being remain constant. Law of demand based on some assumptions. But before that, let us discuss more about the law of demand. For example, quantity demanded varies with price, other thing remain constant. Inverse relationship between quantity demanded and price. There is a inverse relationship between quantity demanded and price. Means higher the price, lower the quantity demanded, lower the price, higher quantity demanded. So let us discuss the assumption. Assumption number 1, taste and preferences of the consumer remain constant. There is no change in the taste of the consumer. There's no change in the preferences of the consumer. Only then higher the demand, lower the price, and lower the price, higher will be the demand. But if taste and preferences will change, maybe lower at the lower prices, people will not purchase higher the commodity, more commodity. Similarly, second, the income of the consumer remain constant. When we are discussing law of demand is applicable if we assume that the consumer income remain constant. There is no change in income of the consumer. But for example, if the price increases, but simultaneously the income of the consumer will also increase at the same rate, maybe there is no decrease in quantity demanded. So we have to assume that there is no change in the income of the consumer. Third, price of related commodity remain constant. Related commodity like tea and coffee, Pepsi and Coca-Cola, or any commodity which we can use in place of one another. So we have assumed during this concept, or the law of demand will applicable if the price of related goods remain constant. The consumer does not expect any change in the price of the commodity in near future. Future expectation again is important factor which affect the demand. For example, of any commodity, for example, if you want to buy a car, and if there is a possibility of decrease in price of that car in future, definitely you will not purchase that car right now. But here we assume that no, there is no increase and decrease in price of a commodity in near future. If there is a possibility of an increase in price of a commodity in near future, definitely the demand of those goods will be low presently. So we have to assume that there is no change in future price of the commodity. Demand schedule. The law of demand can be depicted in a demand schedule. Demand schedule is nothing but it is a table that shows the quantity demanded at different price in the market. A table that shows the quantity demanded at different prices in the market. Let us see this table. Price, quantity demanded. The first column shows the price of the quantity, and second, the quantity demanded. Higher the price, if the price of the commodity is rupees 15, demand is 8. But the price start decreasing 15 to 12, 9, 6, 3, the quantity demand is start increasing 18, 14, 20, 26, 32. But this will happen if you assume other things remain constant and commodities are normal. Now, demand curve. Demand curve, geographical representation of quantity demanded and price. The relationship between quantity demanded and price. On x-axis we have quantity demanded. On y-axis we have price. So, when the schedule is present through a graph, basically this is demand curve. Demand curve, downward sloping, left to right. We'll discuss that why the demand curve will downward sloping. But here now, higher the price, lower the demand, lower the price, higher the demand of the quantity. So demand curve is nothing but it is shows the relationship between quantity demanded and price in a given market on a graph. When we present the quantity demanded and price in a graph is demand curve. Demand curve can be two types: individual demand curve, market demand curve. Individual demand curve is a curve that shows the different quantity of a commodity demanded by an individual consumer at different prices. Individual consumer at different prices. A single person. The demand of a single person at the different prices in the market is known as the individual demand curve. Like here, DD is the individual demand curve. O-axis we have quantity demanded. Y-axis we have price. The relationship will remain same, means higher the price, lower the demand, and lower the price, higher will be the quantity demanded. But the difference between the market demand and individual demand curve will be, the individual demand curve will be more steeper. The DD will be more steeper as compared to the market demand curve. Market demand curve will be flatter. Next is the market demand curve. Market demand curve is a curve that represents the aggregate demand of all consumer in the market at different prices. The price and demand, the relationship between quantity demanded and price of all the consumer in a market is basically we can show with the help of this market demand curve. For example, this diagram. First is demand curve. Although relationship will remain same, higher the price, lower the quantity demand, and lower the price, higher the demand. B is demand curve. A is demand curve plus B is demand curve plus C is demand curve plus D is demand curve maybe is equal to the market demand curve. Market demand curve is the sum of A's demand curve plus B's demand curve plus all the individual demand curve. We have a market demand curve. This TD is the market demand curve. The market demand curve is basically more flatter than the individual demand curve. Let us discuss the determinant of demand curve. Which factor basically affect the demand? Which are the determinants of the demand? There are various factors apart from the price that influence the demand for a commodities, and these are, we can divide into two parts: internal factors, external factors. Internal factors includes price of the goods. Price of the good depends on the cost of production, which in turn will determine the quantity that will purchased by the consumer. Inverse relationship between quantity demanded and price, but the price of the commodity depends upon the cost of production. The cost of the raw material, the cost of the factor of production, land, labor, capital, etc., will affect the price of a commodity, which is the internal factor. First, the price of the good depends upon the cost of production is very, very important. Cost of production will affect the price of a commodity. Second, service policies and terms of payments. Service policy means better customer services, better the terms of payment by the credit instead of cash, maybe demand for commodity will be high. For example, if you want to purchase a washing machine, and the company which provide more services, free of cost services, people maybe prefer that particular the machine as compared to other companies' machine. And the terms of payment again is very, very important. One-time cash payment maybe will affect the demand, but if you have payment in installment, definitely maybe demand will be high in those product. Profit margin again affect the price of a commodity. Higher the profit margin, will lead increase in price and will reduce the demand and vice versa. So we are discussing which factor affecting the demand. These are some internal factors which determine the demand of a product. Now we have some external factor also. For example, first is related goods. We have already discussed. The demand for a product is also affected by the change in the price of related goods. Related goods can be again two types. One is substitute goods. Second one, complementary goods. Substitute goods are those goods or services maybe which can be used in place of another product. For example, tea or coffee. We have already discussed. Complementary goods, collective use, those the goods that are used or consumed with another product. For example, car and petrol, pen and ink, bread and butter. These factors will affect the price of a commodity. If the price of petrol will increase, the demand of car will automatically reduce. And maybe the price of the petrol will decrease, the demand for car will increase. Similarly, in case of bread and butter, pen and ink. Now, the consumer income, if other thing being remain constant, income increases, consumer demand for more goods and services, and if the income decreases, consumer will demand less commodity for a commodity product. And this will applicable in case of normal goods, but not applicable in case of inferior goods and luxury goods. Inferior goods, low quality goods, whose demand will increase if the income will decrease. If the income will increase, the demand will decrease. Luxury goods, high quality good, which have status in the society, that will also affect this is one of the external factors. Consumer income, if other things being remain constant, increase the consumer, more will be the goods and services, there will be increase. Fashion, taste, preferences, etc. are again some factors which are directly affect the demand for a commodity. External factors. Population and number of buyers will also affect the demand for a commodity. Demand depends on the size of total population. If the size of total population will increase, the number of buyers will increase in the market, the demand for a commodity will increase in that particular commodity market. And if the number of population, the number of buyers will decrease, definitely the demand for the commodity will reduce in that market. So these are some important determinant of demand. Even the expectation about the future. If the price of the future of a commodity will increase in future, the people will purchase more and more commodity at present. But if there is a expectation that there tomorrow, day after tomorrow, and maybe coming weeks and month, if the price will reduce of the commodity, definitely the demand will decrease right now. Advertisement. Again, the important factors, external factors which affect the demand of a commodity. More advertisement means maybe more demand. You can attract more consumer. Festive season and climate again will affect the demand of a particular commodity. Level of taxation. More taxation, less purchasing power, less demand for a commodity. Supply of money in the circulation is again important factor. Higher supply of money higher will be the maybe demand for a product. But in the economy where the supply of money will be less, the demand for commodity will decrease. Another important topic, extension and contraction of demand. Extension and contraction of demand. The increase in demand as a result of fall in price is called extension in demand. If the price of the commodity decrease and the demand for a commodity will increase by assuming other factor remain constant, this is called as extension in demand. Movement on the same diagram. Let us discuss with the help of diagram. When demand of the product will decrease as a result of increase in price is called contraction in demand. So extension in demand, contraction in demand. We'll explain with the following diagram. See this, on x-axis we have quantity demanded, on the y-axis we have the price. Extension in demand, this P is the original price and Q1 the original quantity, means by at the P people are purchasing Q1 quantity. But if the price will reduce P1 to P3 here to here, if the price will reduce P1 to P3, the demand will increase Q1 to Q3. This Q1 to Q3, this is called extension in demand. Whereas if the price will increase P to P1 and the demand will goes down Q1 to Q2, this is called contraction in demand curve. But this will be movement on the same diagram. Movement on the same diagram. Diagram will not increase or decrease, it will only shift. But when whole diagram will shift left hand side or right hand side, we can say increase or decrease in demand. And increase or decrease in demand will not due to increase or decrease in prices, but other than prices, other factors like income of the consumer, taste and preference of the consumer, number of buyers, population. So let us discuss in the next diagram where the, for example, this is again the, on the x-axis we have quantity demanded, here prices, price of the commodity. This is the demand curve. D0 is the original demand curve. But suppose income of the consumer increase, maybe there will be more population, there may be taste and preferences will be on that particular commodity, the demand of the product will increase, and then whole diagram will shift this left to right. This is called increase in demand, D0 to D2. This shift, right hand shift, is called as increase in demand. But this is not due to change in price, but other than price, other factors. And similarly, when the income of the consumer decrease, for example, or the number of consumer will decrease, then this curve will shift left hand side, which is called as decrease in demand curve. So increase in demand curve means shift in right side demand curve, decrease in left side. But this increase or decrease is not due to price but other than price. An increase in demand is shown, this we have already discussed. Now, why demand downward sloping? The question is why this is downward sloping left to right. Downward sloping demand curve is due to following reason. First, due to law of diminishing marginal utility. Law of diminishing marginal utility means when you consume or purchase more and more unit of a commodity, the utility of the product starts decreasing. We'll discuss in next lecture what is law of diminishing marginal utility. When you purchase more units of the same product, the marginal utility of that product start decreasing, which is called as the law of diminishing marginal utility. income effect. Again, they affect this downward sloping of demand of curve. Substitution effect, different uses, size of consumers. These are some important factors due to which the law of demand will downward sloping. Now another last topic is about the exception of demand curve. Demand curve may be positive. We are discussing the downward sloping, but sometime it will be upward side, increasing. Meaning why? If the price of commodity will increase P1 to P2, the quantity demanded will also increase Q1 to Q2. This is called as exception to the law of demand or exceptional demand curve. Exception to the law of demand or exceptional demand curve means when demand curve will not downward sloping, but it will be upward sloping. Upward sloping. Why? Why there is a exception of law of demand? Means why there is some condition whose demand extends when the price rise or contracts when price falls. The demand curve of such quantities will upward side. For example, given goods, the quantity demanded of these goods will decrease when the price of commodity will increase, and vice versa. For example, bazaar, low quality goods, luxury goods, articles of distinctions, means those goods which are highly valuable, priceless, their supply cannot be increased even if higher prices. If you will offer more price, like diamond, original works of the great artisans, you cannot increase the supply of the product. That's why in such type of commodity the demand curve will be upward side. Ignorance, poor judgment of people. Sometimes we think that low price means low quality, so people ignore the product. But if the price of same product will be high, the people think now this is a good quality product, so high quality, people start purchasing more commodity. So demand curve will be upward side. Similarly, future expectation, the price are likely to be rise more in the future, and then even existing higher price people demand more units of the commodity at present. On the other hand, if the price likely to be fall further in future, then even existing price people will demand less commodity, less demand will be there. Hope that they are buying more commodity in future. So these are some important topics which we have discussed. We have covered that the term of demand, which refers to the quantity of goods that consumer are willing and able to purchase at various prices during the given period of time. We have also discussed the law of demand, even the exception of demand curve, determinant of demand curve. So thank you very much.